Think Again TV is produced by Centre for Inquiry, Canada's premier venue for secular humanists, atheists, skeptics, and free thinkers.
I apologize for the lack of professional backdrop, but I'm in the midst of a tour across Alberta and BC, and I have just a few moments to record from inside my hotel room. Let me just get my Gideon Bible out of the way. Oh wait, hold on a second. Thou should not steal. I believe it says that in the Bible somewhere, no? Well, maybe someone should tell that to whoever is responsible for our stolen atheist bus ads. On Tuesday, May 3rd, Kamloops, British Columbia, received the dubious honor of being the first city in the world in which atheist bus ads, having been approved and paid for, appear to have been, in the words of one city employee, professionally removed. They're gone, vanished. They somehow managed to disappear right under the noses of city officials and city employees whose job it was to supervise and enforce the security of their transit vehicles. Not only did the city of Kelowna allow this to happen, they appear to have had no intention of even informing us. We learned indirectly through the advertising agency Lamar that sold us the ad space and whose employee happened to call to check up on the status of the ads. We actually don't even know when the ads vanished. We don't know how, and we haven't the first clue what fate has become of them. Nor does anybody else, for that matter. Lamar is denying all responsibility. The city of Kelowna and BC Transit refused to return phone calls from CFI, a paying customer of theirs, with full rights to run the ads. Well, I'm speaking at this big Imagine No Religion conference in nearby Kamloops. Perhaps I'll stop by in Kelowna and conduct my own investigation. Can't find those atheist ads. If you're following along, you might have heard that the atheist bus campaign, which launched Probably No God ads in the cities of Kelowna and Kamloops, BC, ran into a bit of a problem, you could say, this week. Lamar Advertising had no knowledge of who did it. The individual that's responsible for the security of the bus depot where we're at right now had no knowledge of who did it, although he was supposed to be monitoring this place. No other ads had been missing in the last few months, at least. And in fact, we just visited the actual office. Well, sorry about that. I was just about to tell you about the rude treatment that we've had at the hands of the City of Kelowna Transit Department when we were asked not so kindly to leave the City of Kelowna Transit bus depot area. So evidence in favor of the assertion I was just talking about. It was kind of odd, actually. A big bus pulled up and a burly man said that we had to leave, citing the fact that we weren't wearing the appropriate attire, which maybe he's right, but then he backed the bus up. It was almost as though he wasn't actually going anywhere with the bus. He just wanted to intimidate us, but maybe I'm just being a little paranoid. But you'll have to forgive me. As I said, our ads have gone missing, and we are quite suspicious. Nobody has answers. City of Kelowna Transit Department has no knowledge whatsoever of what's going on either.
Can I help you with this?
Yes. Who are you?
I'm the handy dart supervisor.
You're the
handy dart supervisor?
It's nice to meet you. My name's Justin Trotze from Toronto.
A business card?
Yes. Give me a second.
Yeah. What you guys should do, if you really need to speak to somebody, is call ahead.
Well, we called several messages and nobody's returning the question. With Dean Clark, another fellow named Mike, I forget his last name.
Yeah, unfortunately it was bad timing because Mr. Doherty has been at a BC Transit conference.
Right.
So you really need to speak to the general manager.
Okay. Well, what we're trying to do is get answers in terms of the disappearance of our atheist bus ads. You know, we paid for those ads, and we weren't even informed by any authorities that they had disappeared. Well, can you tell me if any other ads have ever gone professionally removed and missing in your experience?
In my experience, no, because I've only been here for 3 years. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So what I'm going to suggest to you, gentlemen, is that you. Mr. Doherty, the general manager, is at a meeting at the moment, and he should be back in the office this afternoon. So can I book you an appointment with him?
I would love to have an appointment with him, yeah.
Okay, and at that time, by all means, come and meet with him, and you'll be able to answer, or he'll be able to answer your questions and, take you through the yard if you need to go through the yard.
Sure.
But as soon as he returns to the office, I'll have him call you.
That's great.
Is the cell phone number on here?
Yes, it is.
Then we'll do that.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
But that phone call from Kelowna Regional Transit General Manager Mike Doherty never did come, nor was that appointment ever booked, and nobody else was available to give us any information at the bus depot. investigation behind the... Oh, and apparently the voicemail is full and they can't take any more messages. So there's nobody here to talk to. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
The motto of the city of Kelowna appears to be fruitful in unity. But when they say unity, do they really include those who don't believe in God? Well, we were just at the Kelowna bus depot and we didn't get any answers there about what happened to our stolen and vandalized bus ads. So now we're here at Kelowna City Hall to see if there's anybody that we can talk to. You mind if we film this?
For what purpose?
We're just conducting a bit of an investigation to try to figure out what has happened to the ads and what we're going to be doing about it.
Sure,
Some
absolutely.
of our members are quite concerned, as you can imagine. It's the first time these ads have disappeared from any city in the world where the ads have been approved and paid for. And we've left phone calls and messages with the City of Kelowna's transit department. We even just earlier this afternoon went to the depot itself, and nobody's available to talk to us. Now, we paid for the ads. We feel it's important that when a client pays for something and that property gets removed, in the words of Lamar, professionally, that client at least be informed. And the city has never issued an apology, never even contacted us about the removal. So we're trying to understand why they're gone and what our next step should be.
And Jerry Dembowski is our staff person that oversees our transit programs and things. So customer inquiries, customer complaints, and he also oversees the transit advertising franchise.
Okay.
Jerry's not in today.
He does work in this building though?
Next office over, yeah.
Okay.
But he's not here today. So he was made aware, I believe, on Monday that the ads had been removed, and so he's asked for an investigation by the operator.
Oh, okay.
So we're waiting for that information ourselves. Of course.
Thank you for that, by the way. In your experience, have any ads ever gone missing in Kelowna?
I probably wouldn't be the right person to ask that, but to my knowledge, no, I'm not aware of that happening before. Certainly there's vandalism that we get from time to time on our buses, but I'm not aware of one where a particular ad's been ripped off myself.
And I apologize if this next question isn't most appropriately directed to you, but is the City of Kelowna in support of provocative slogans appearing in public space? I mean, I understand that the ads have been allowed because the Supreme Court has mandated that they be allowed, but does the city have an official policy of support or not support?
No, we have no official policy. We have no ability to say no under those conditions, so that's why we've allowed it to happen. Other than that, I really can't say. I mean, we try to be non-controversial with anything that's on the buses. We don't try to create situations in the community where people are strongly against our advertising. Obviously, if there's things that are offensive to people, and we're not talking about this specifically, but we want to avoid those kind of things on the buses. And so, yeah, that's about all I could say. I'm not in charge of the advertising, but I think those are just fair statements about advertising in general.
Well, I certainly hope the city follows up on that investigation, but I have to express my skepticism, because considering the way the City of Kelowna and BC Transit have been behaving, it's no wonder these ads disappeared. From the beginning, government officials have proven totally unwilling to support our rights on this. BC Transit banned the ads in 2009, only allowing them after the Supreme Court ruled transit agencies across Canada couldn't censor offensive ads. Instead of then championing our right, BC Transit offered what amounted to an apology to the public, stating that they had no choice and were compelled to allow our ads to run. Thanks for that. BC Transit then went on to declare they wouldn't hesitate to remove our ads if there was any harassment or vandalism. Essentially, they would punish us for the potential acts of a fanatic, as well as giving a clear incentive to any nut looking for a way to get rid of our message, and it looks like some nut found exactly that. Now we appear to be on the hook to pay the funds necessary to reprint the ads. The City of Kelowna and BC Transit should bear that responsibility. The Centre for Inquiry will undertake whatever action is necessary to ensure this atheist bus campaign continues until planned completion in Kelowna. Because one thing is clear, all these actions serve only to reinforce the priority of these outreach campaigns for us and our community. They assist in mobilizing our donors, they bring us more press attention, and I promise you, they will keep this campaign going all across Canada. Please help CFI to take a stand on behalf of atheists everywhere by supporting us here in Kelowna, in this first city where atheist ads have vanished under suspicious circumstances. Donate to this campaign at www.cficanada.ca/support so we can see it continue in Kelowna and across BC and Canada. Oh, and if you think what happened here is wrong, you might call Mike Docherty, General Manager, and Dean Clark, Assistant Manager, for Kelowna Regional Transit. Mr. Docherty can be reached at 250-878-5070. Dean Clark, 250-878-0207. Be respectful, but let them know that what happened here is wrong, and we won't stand for it.
Think Again TV is produced by Centre for Inquiry, Canada's premier venue for secular humanists, atheists, skeptics, and free thinkers.
CFI Canada coordinates branches and campus groups across the country, runs a public education series, provides secular community services, incorporates cutting-edge multimedia such as blogs, podcasts, and YouTube, and is a regular voice in the press presenting a secular humanist, atheist, and skeptical perspective.